Empyrion, and today, I think we're going to do a bit of a build montage, at least a short one. I've got about like 1,100, maybe 1,200 blocks, and we're going to be picking up a bunch of stuff, so yeah, there's been a bit that we need to get working on, and I really hate how you get stuck on these ramps sometimes. Alright, so we're going to park ourselves here. Can we maybe do this? Awesome. Alright. And so now we're just going to kind of tap the booty in there. There you go. I probably shouldn't say it that way. Oh, alright. So, what are we doing? We're going to... Oh, man. Just not enough range on this. We need a range booster on the drone. There should be an option for that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this one, we're going to leave it where it is, and we're basically going to repeat this stuff. So what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and do that. And here we're going to grab this little beastie. Actually, turn the shield off again. 2 and 3. We're going to go here. Alright. We'll do that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is grab this. We're actually going to take this out. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to have... Let's get this in here. We want this fin to be... okay if I take those out. Okay. I want the windows to end up with the same amount of space on either side. And I'm actually going to have to tailor this out a little bit. And I'll show you what I'm thinking of here as soon as I get a little bit more of this out. I'm almost tempted to put one on the SV and use the SV to do this. Alright. So you see how we have the equal spacing now? And so with that in mind, we are going to do basically what we had there before. So this is going to come out to there. Actually, we can do... This is one of the nice things about Empyrion, so we can do that. Alright, so that's kind of what I was thinking, was to have that basically be the fin that we had before. So if we do that, I need to be able to come back that way. This out, and then we close that off, right? So let's do this really quick. Head out here, put that away so you can actually see what we're doing, and so that we would end up with, you know, we'd have the 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th fin, and then this, the back side of the fin, would actually wrap in. But as you can see, we've got things like the windows here and the windows there. And I'm thinking that it really... I'm going to go in and take the damn shield generator out of the ship in a minute. Alright. But I'm thinking that it might actually be better to go ahead and strip all of this off, and we just start working with what we have. So we basically take all of this kind of stuff out. And I'll leave this here just because that gives me a rough indicator of where the bottom of the ship is, as far as those fins up front are concerned. The rest of this, though, is going to come out. And so what I think I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start pulling this stuff apart. And taking some of this out, and this may actually not end up being as large as it is. But like I said, we're going to start blending some of this together. I'm not sure quite how we're going to do this yet, but that's what the build montage is for. But I wanted to just walk you through what some of my mind was on this and what my thought processes were. Because I know that there are several of you who are always curious as to what I'm thinking, because, you know, half the time I'm not sure myself. But that's okay. That's what the nice thing about games like Empyrion are about. We can do all sorts of fun things and then rip it apart if we don't like it. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is I think we're going to repeat the lines that we have there, and that actually ends up giving me quite a bit, because if we do the 2x1s, so that would go there, and say drop that down 2 blocks. Yeah, then we're doing a block there, and then basically a block over. And that'll end up giving us some extra space in the case we ever actually need it. Come on. Put one more there. There we go. But that gives us the extra space in here in case we ever actually need it. But also gives us, because like I said, I want to have some not just expansion areas in here. I want to have the ability to have the ship set up with like I want to have effectively Jeffrey's tubes running through portions of the ship. You know, alternative ways of getting around, just to give a little bit more of an interesting context as far as you know, multiplayer aspects. And I am going to come back and we'll redo some of this eventually. But for now, that, and then I'm not sure. Yeah, that's probably going to come out, honestly. Let's go ahead and take this out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, we'll do a quick montage, and then I'll bring you back shortly to talk a little bit more about what we've got going on, I think. So, yeah, sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy. I think that's going to do it for us today. Give you an idea of what we're looking at here. So one of the things that I'm thinking is that if the areas that we have, like where we have this nice platform, we're probably going to end up with a couple more turrets on it. Maybe some like anti-aircraft or flak cannons style. And then on the bottom area, we actually now have some places, we have a lot of places to start putting in some additional turrets. So the idea is that we will have, I'm probably going to do maybe 6 to 8 turrets down below. I would like to get some more utility turrets in, specifically the mining turrets. Like I'd like to have at least 2 mining turrets on this bottom area, so that way we don't have to really worry about which way we come in on an asteroid when we're mining. Oh, but all of that said, should hopefully give you a better idea of what we're looking at design wise. I'll probably spend some time this weekend cleaning this up a little bit, because I think, yeah, this is 1 block too tall, so that all has to come down. We'll go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, so if we do that, go ahead and get that put back in. We will get the normal blocks back in, and as you can tell, we've ended up with quite a bit of open space under here. The idea is that, like I said, we'll basically be able to come back and carve into this. And you come down to somewhere around there. But yeah, so we'll come back, we'll be able to carve into it, basically put some turrets in here. I actually may put some residential or just an expansion area in there. Like I said, I'm just not sure how I want to run everything right now. So we've gotten all of our core functionality in the ship, and that's what was important. So now it's, basically making it look nice. And the more I work on it, the more I'm thinking we may actually flip the control surfaces. I'm seriously leaning towards having the bridge area basically be facing this direction. Because let's go inside and I'll show you why. We'll take the long way through so you can get a little bit of a tour here. Go ahead and turn that off. Make sure everything is still holding an atmosphere. It does look like it, which is good. It is actually nice being able to see out of these windows now, like actually having a full-on view outside. I still need to clean that up. Alright, so let's head up to the bridge area. And so when I originally built this, I liked the idea of having the bridge basically be overlooking, the cannons and everything. But I really did mean for it to be more of an operations, like flight ops control center, and I think that it serves that purpose. And I think with the way that the ship design has kind of grown here, I think it'll make more sense actually to have the controls facing what's currently aft. I think it'll give the ship a better, a more consistent design. And what that means is we'll actually be taking, if I do this, we'll be taking the back, what's currently the bow windows out, maybe having just a portion of those be there, and replacing some of the blocks that are currently aft facing with windows. Because I'm honestly thinking I like that feel a little bit more. Let's zoom in here, get it in so we can actually see some of the stuff on the bridge. But then that also gives us the benefit that the flight controls in the bridge area would actually be overlooking the small landing pad on top. And then that gives us pretty good cannons on the aft side, a couple of cannons on port and starboard, and then we would end up with heavy cannons on what's currently the aft roof area. We'd be able to put, like, say, 2 more on both port and starboard sides, and we could do something like with the heavy artillery pieces with that, the more advanced weapon systems. And then that means that the ship itself, all of the hangar stuff, is on the back half of the ship, making it much more likely to survive a direct encounter. So when we're blowing through on encounters, that might work a little bit better. But that does mean engineering is then forward. But that also means that we have the ability to sculpt this a little bit more, and I wouldn't actually have to move those thrusters. So man, I'm going to be thinking about that this weekend. So when we come back next week, the ship may have a slightly different design. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you think. Throw your comments down in the comment section if you want to see that change. What I might do is take this blueprint, move it over into creative, and basically prototype it like that and see what you think on that. But we'll see what the weekend holds. But on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the routine. If you didn't, you know that routine as well. So we're going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Have a fabulous weekend. And we will see you back here next week for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.